Hello and welcome to the Genuine Learning blog. My name is Melissa Galasso and I'm excited to be back with you all after 2 weeks off. Our family took a lovely 2-week vacation. GLS closes 2 weeks at the end of June and 2 weeks at the end of December to give everyone some time to reset. So big fans of some time off. So we had a lovely vacation and I am excited to be back and picking up with our first blog. Because it is the first week, technically, not really, but since it's my first week back of Q3, it's time for us to do a Q2 in review. Thankfully, Q2 was a pretty light quarter in terms of issued standards. And so we're going to cover what the standard setters issued in the second quarter of 2021. So the AICPA managed to get out 2 standards. The first one is SAS 144. This is a pretty narrow standard. It actually amends a little bit of SAS 143, and it looks specifically at pricing information and auditing estimates, and also the use of specialists. And so very targeted, not a very long standard, making some amendments there based on feedback from stakeholders. They also issued SOP 21-1, and this is related to performing agreed upon procedures for SEC third-party due diligence. So statements of position do go through a formal process here, and this is really just being issued to amend the last SOP 17-1, which was issued in 2017, because obviously with our new SSAE replacing the agreed upon procedure requirements, it needed to be updated to reflect the new AUP standards. And so it's literally just an update to incorporate the changes that are happening from SSAE 19, agreed upon procedures. FASB also only issued 1 standard here, and this is related to a very niche topic, which is when you have certain modifications or exchanges of freestanding, equity classified, written call options. I want you to think here warrants. And in this scenario, when they are modified and stay equity classified. So it's a very niche standard, but it does provide clarifications and explicit guidance on the appropriate accounting in the hope of reducing diversity in practice. Now, GASB did not issue a GASB standard, but they did issue the 2021 implementation guide with plenty of great Q&A in the big areas like leases and fiduciary activities, but also in some of the smaller, more targeted areas. And these implementation guides are great places to apply what we think we know. I always like to read the question, come up with my own answer, and see if GASB and I are on the same page. And so it's a really good way of making sure that when we are in the middle of applying some of these standards, that we have the opportunity to get this correct. And these usually are questions that are being asked of GASB, and they get them asked enough times that it makes it into the implementation guide. So always a great source of information. Remember, these are authoritative as they do go through due process. So as promised, not a lot going on in Q2. Obviously, FASB having their agenda prioritization project that's working on right now. And GASB has some big ones, the financial reporting model, revenue and expense recognition. They have been very busy, but they're all very big projects. So it'll take some time before they come out as final. So that's a wrap for Q2. Moving on to Q3, hoping to see some really good conversations here. I know next week we'll be talking a little bit about that agenda prioritization project that FASB has issued as an exposure draft. Well, technically an invitation to comment. But it was a pleasure having you guys back on the Genuine Learning blog, and I hope to see you on a future blog. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.